Hey, what's up world? Hope you're having a great day today. So I've been playing around with this pocket operator, the PO-20 arcade model, for maybe about a week now, so 20 some hours worth of just messing around with it. And I just wanted to give my impressions of what I thought about it, the stuff I've learned, and what I haven't quite figured out yet. One thing's for sure, I'm addicted to these little guys and the sounds they make, so I'm pretty sure I'm gonna buy a lot more of these. Okay, so the first thing that I've learned, you can pre-program chord progressions as well as drum patterns. So the first song that I made was this chiptune instrumental remix of Summertime Sadness by Lana Del Rey. And I had pre-programmed the chord progressions as it was in the song, but I didn't program the drum patterns. So at the end of every pattern, I would just do pattern 3, and then pattern 2, pattern 3, and I would just keep going over and over again. It's really silly when I go back and look at it now that I actually know how to program a drum pattern. So you can hold down pattern and just push a sequence of drum patterns just like you would with a chord progression. So that was one of the real basic things that I figured out. And by figured out, I meant read the instructions. The second thing I learned, I really liked the addition of the drone note. So to add a drone note, if you're holding down the chord button and dialing the first knob, it really adds this pretty much just the bass note of the chord. So it really kind of gives the song some direction about where it's going to go and how the chords are oriented. I was playing most of the chords using the arpeggios on 9, 10, 11, and 12, so it was really nice to add this drone note to the whole quality of the song. 3. This is the thing I love most about this guy, is that you really don't need to have much knowledge about music theory. So what you don't need to know about to make music with one of these guys is you don't have to really understand chords. So if you're a pianist or a guitarist or a composer, you already know all the information about chords. You know that you have your first, your third, and your fifth, and then you flat the third, you get the minor chord, and so on. You know all that stuff already. But if you're like me, played violin mostly, and theremin, you don't really care too much about understanding the nuances behind the chords. And what's really convenient about this guy is that by inputting your chord progression, all of the bass notes already have a pitch that's fitting with the proper chord. So you don't even have to program the notes, you can just do the individual, you can just turn on the bass, you just turn on the kick, and it'll automatically be tuned to the chord that you've pre-programmed. So here's the little nuance. The little bit of music theory that you still need to understand is chord progressions. You still need to get how the song can move from one section to the next, and how you might be going from, 2-5-1 or whatever. That kind of stuff, you still need to have the grasp of that. And you also still need to have a grasp of the basic concepts of rhythm, especially if you're interested in making hip-hop inspired chiptune songs like I've mostly been doing. The bass on 1 and 3, the snare on 2 and 4, the hi-hats and the ands, all that kind of stuff. Those basic rhythm components you still need to understand in order to make this thing work. Okay, number 4, the fourth thing that I think is really important to figuring this out is getting all the live effects to work properly. So if you hold down the effects button and push one of the numbers, it creates some special effect. The thing about all of these effects is that not all of them are the same. Some of them you toggle on and off, and some of them you push and let run until the pattern has ended, and then the effect fades away. So one thing to really figure out is remembering which special effect results in what sound. Okay, so those are my 4 real simple lessons that I learned playing around with this pocket operator. There's still a couple things I haven't figured out yet. 1, I don't know if you can do quick chord changes. So if we're thinking about progressions throughout a song, if the chords change halfway in between the counts, I don't know how to do that. I guess you could just double the beats per minute, but then you're limited in the number of patterns you can play. So I'm not sure if there's a way you can do that easily with this guy. And the other thing that I haven't quite figured out yet is how to modulate the notes. If you're holding down right as you play the notes individually in real time, you can dial up the knobs A and B, which sort of modulate the pitch, changes the waveform a little bit, gives you the different timbre, slightly different qualities. But I don't know how to make them stick. I've done it before, and I think it's just out of sheer trial and error, but I don't actually know how to make it do that intentionally. So that's been my real quick thoughts about how much fun I've been having with this guy. I'm definitely gonna experiment more, make some more music. It's super easy to come up with real simple chiptune tracks. You just punch in a chord progression, program some drums, hit play, and let it rip. Obviously, I got a lot to learn. So thanks for coming by. Thanks for checking out my thoughts on this Pocket Operator. If you like what you see, make sure to subscribe, leave me a comment, hit like, check out some more other music. I appreciate you very much, and have a great rest of your day.